We slept a little bit, not a lot. Stayed warm. I don't know how you guys do it on these bags. My back just cramps up. These sleeping pads, I don't know, it's like I got no support. If you hear that, it's raining. So, lucky I got my rain tarp, and I've got my, I got my rain tarp on now. I got poncho for me, so everything's good. Just kind of waiting for it to die down right now. It's around 7 o'clock. And then we'll get up and get going. Oh, just kind of, so warm. So I don't think it's a rat, but I think it's a pika that's living in there. I can't zoom in, but if you look right up there, you'll see its little ears. It's staring at us. And that's not a rat, that's a pika. And I think that's his little nest right up in there. And I couldn't find what was making that noise, and I kept hearing it. And in a minute ago, I just looked up and started focusing on that noise, and there he is, right there. I'll try to zoom in on that. I'm gonna try to stand up a little bit on this table and get a better view for you. There, you see him? Right there. That's a pika. It's not a marmot. And he's doing something. Hey, buddy. There he is. I hope you can see him. Kind of sitting there chilling, chewing on something, I think. And that looks to be his nest right there. Big little thing. Oh, I kind of scared him. Let me get my light, and I can show you what he looks like a little bit better. There he is. Hello, Pika. Pika, 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 Pika. Pikachu. Mr. Pika. Well, you're much cuter than a mouse or a rat. Kinda looks like a chinchilla. Watch it just come flying down on me. Ah! Big little guy. Okay. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, you see me? Yeah, I'm about to leave. Is that like just your little predator? Are you just kind of telling me, hey, I'm the man. Get away from me. Pretty cool. Well, that's the first nature sighting we've had so far. Thank you, Mr. Pika. Okay. Well, it's way too late in the day. I woke up at like 6 o'clock, and it's now 10. I've spent too much time messing with stuff going back and forth between projects, getting things ready. My routine's not set yet, so there's a lot of improvement to make there. In about 20 minutes, we're gonna be heading up that way. That was a complete failure. I'm gonna work on my fire starting skills when I get home. To give me some credit, that was partially damp, so it's not like it was immediately starting up. Anyways, good times. I haven't checked my thermometer yet, but it definitely feels like it's getting colder. Wow. I'd like to get in some of that sun soon. We're definitely getting higher up. Well, that's kind of interesting. There's a mushroom growing upside down in that hole. It's the mushroom hole. We're getting higher. It's not getting any easier, but look at these amazing trees here with this moss. That green is just so cool. Oh, wow. Look at this massive tree. Looks like something out of a Hobbit. It's twisted. Real great view right here. We're almost to the top of the mountains. I mean, right at the top. I think we're somewhere around 6,000. Somewhere around 6,000. 6,000, I can't even talk right now. Mouth is so dry. Really need to stop and rehydrate. I'm gonna go a little bit further and see if there's any good stuff up there, because it looks to be sunny and might have a view. I'm famous for not eating all of my food and either having to burn some or just not eat it for later. I always bring too much, for example, my cereal, which is working out great, the powdered milk and kind of mixed with this granola kind of type stuff. I stopped putting it in the bags because the bags leak, and I just started putting it in my tin, and it's good. I love it. I'll keep doing that. And just sitting here checking out those mountains over there, wondering what it's going to be like to see them. I can't help but say, though, that the cold just keeps crossing my mind. Well, we're just going to have to make sure we get to camp and have that time to prepare and find a good spot. It's going to be interesting. It might be incredibly miserable, but it'll definitely be interesting. Alright, so we're all packed up. The temperature did not get any warmer while I was there. Things aren't getting any sunnier. I'm pretty sure the way that I need to go is that way, but where I'm at, there should be something, if I'm correct, called Indian Head Basin up here, which is a little basin of water, which is good because I could definitely use some more water. Almost be easier to hike up here, yep. All right, so we'll hike up there for a little bit and see what's there. Now that's something. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, look at those mountains. It's just spectacular. These trees, look at, and look how they're growing. I've never seen them grow like that before. Gosh, this thing looks funny. Oh, it's like 3 of them. Oh, it's just bunches of them clustered in a circle. This means something. What does this mean? What does it mean? Wow. I gotta say, out of so far out of the 2 trips that I've done, and this is the 2nd trip, this is a highlight. Wow. I think we're right close to this basin. I should be up and around the corner here. Oh, we're still kind of moving up. I'd love to camp here. On a warm day, we're still not even out of the 40s yet. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the view at night from here? Oh, it'd be amazing. I think we're somewhere around 20 miles in, maybe 25 or 30, but I don't think so. I think we're about 20 miles. Just so much of it was uphill that feels like more. Actually, if I was to put a percentage that was uphill, I would have to go somewhere around like 95, 98. I wonder if there's anything watching me right now. And if it is this cold here in the day, this is just gonna be terrible at night. Still hiking up the hill. My goal is to get up there at the top. Views just keep getting better and better. Oh man, went up there so bad. These steps are like stair steps, and I'm like climbing the Giza pyramid. Oh. Every time I turn around though, I'm just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? At one point, we were on the other side of not that side of the mountain, not that mountain, but that third one back over. Insane. We came up through there, around the corner, out to the lake, down that way. This is the greatest thing I have ever accomplished, even if I quit right now. All right, I want you guys to be here with me for this. We're gonna do this. Put on my hat real hard because it's windy. Taking off the camera. Here we go. It takes about 3 minutes to get up there, I think. Maybe. I'm pretty confident about this 3 minutes. I'm not even gonna look up. I'm just gonna look at the ground so I can walk faster. Gotta be careful coming down this. I just have to see what's up there. This might have been a bad idea because I didn't think it was gonna come up this high. And I was doing this to get water. I'm starting to get a little cold now. Not the good kind of cold, like the I'm sweating and it's cold out cold. So I just don't know if I'm prepared for the climate up here. Actually, I'm gonna turn off the camera for a second. This is sketchy, so I wanna make sure that I don't die. In fact, I'm gonna set my pack down too. All right, to the point where I'm feeling safe to turn on the camera so we can be here together. Let's do it. Holy shit. Oh my God. Even standing up here is... That must be goat poop. Holy shit. I think this be... Oh, what an accomplishment. Look at those mountains. You can see forever. And I can see the trail. It's kind of hard to see, but it was going to have us going through there. Apparently we would have to come over that somehow, or we're going to wind up around that, which is probably more likely. Because it's right, could have come through there, right over there. going along that ridge line. And we're gonna go all the way through there. So I just don't know, man. It's sketchy because I don't think my gear is good enough for the weather that's out here right now. And I think most people would be fine. I have like no body fat. I'm pretty skinny. So it's like I get colder way before other people do. Wow. Pretty amazing, huh? So I still don't know where the Gothic Basin is. They said you went by a meadow and maybe that was it. I didn't see a body of water. So this is the decision right now. Right now it's about 2 o'clock. How long is it gonna take me to get up around there, down there, and around the mountain? I just don't know. I got the food, I'm just concerned about the temperature tonight because it's so cold right now. And I would absolutely have to get lower than what we see here. So hopefully maybe if I did decide to do this, I could walk all the way around there before sundown and get over that and start coming down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at my map. I think there's a body of water on the other side of this. And we're going to be by that. So I'm going to get to that body of water. And at that point, we're going to make the decision to either proceed forward or cut and break loose and head as far down south as we can get to avoid any of the temperature. Because it's cold. I don't know how cold it is right up here, but I feel like it got even colder. I feel like it's 45, 40 degrees easy. And I'm just, tank top and cold gear. It's doing good though, and I like these snake eaters keeping me warm. All right, I'm gonna work my way down. Well, here's where we're gonna get some water. That's cool. Looks like somebody built that. Really starting to have doubts, but still pushing on. There's a big old marmot over there running around. Now he's moving. I don't know if you can see him straight ahead in those white rocks. So I'm about maybe 30 minutes from needing to stop, and that kind of sucks because we kind of just got going, but just need to get some of that warm food in me. And pretty sure if I keep going through here, we're going to be encountering another group, because I've definitely yep, see, there it is, and it's still moist. So, oh, that's so moist that I can smell it. So this is cool. Might be some other people in the area. Might be, there definitely is. Hopefully we're getting close to a camp. I'm really wanting to make sure I set up properly for tonight and get a head start. It's probably about 3:45, 3:30-ish. Don't see him going up the hill, but so what I think, if you remember when we were standing on top of that epic ridge line. And we were looking down into the trail, and I pointed off to the side and said, I think we're going over there. Well, that's where we're going. So we're cutting over this, and then we'll start dipping down. I'm ready to stop now. You see the trail down there that I'm walking up, and it's still going up. We're almost there though. It's just really uphill. Got the sweating thing going on, which I gotta stop relatively quick. I'm just waiting to get to the top and see what the other side looks like. Still haven't found our friend and his horse yet, but I'm sure we'll see him at some point, maybe. I gotta admit, today hasn't been the most fun. Mostly because of the doubt. If I was staying warmer, there wouldn't be a doubt in the world. Got plenty of food, lots of lakes up here to catch fish out of. Just made poor choices on the clothes. What do we got up here? Oh. Looks like an awesome view. And we'll start going downhill. And I can't resist. We're gonna go down, try to get a little bit of the wind off of us. And hopefully stop soon. I think when I get to that sun over there, that's where I'm going to take my break. Because I really need to warm up a little and get some food. Marmots all over the place. I don't know if I can see any right now. Oh, finally the wind stopped. It's just been this constant chilling wind. It stops, it's fine. And it goes back up. Then you put some more clothes on. Wind stops. You start sweating. Take clothes off. When wind starts again, you can't win. Still no sight of our phantom horse and dude. And just hoping wherever we get, we could find some place with firewood. Finally, for once, I'm not freezing to death. I still have my jacket on, but I don't have a shirt on underneath because it's getting way too sweaty. I've just been sitting here. I had a granola bar and I'm finishing up some peanut butter. And I'm just kind of still in the same state. I just wish I could see a campsite full of firewood. You know, it'd make me feel a lot better. Something tells me tonight though might be a little bit more strenuous than some of the other nights, and that's not what I want to hear. So trail goes along that way. We were somewhere, I think, over there on one of that ridge line over there, as far as the eye can see. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's exactly where we were. In fact, we might have been on that very face up there, because we could see the trail here going along the side of the mountain, and I can't see it here, but it's there. So by the time I get out of here, it's gonna be about 4 o'clock. I really need to get moving. I'm just kind of need to get out of this high elevation. No matter what, I'm gonna be around 6,000 feet. And right now we're just coming down from 7,200 feet, which is the highest I've ever been up. Previously, like 4,500 was the highest I'd been up. Well, looks like we're coming down a little bit more. And oh, look at that. We got our dude still ahead of us. Whoa, whoa, wind. And we were up there a second ago. Not a second ago, about 20 minutes, maybe 30, 20 minutes ago. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, wow. Amazing, we were on the other side of that a while ago. Oh, look right there. There's a pika right there. See it running away? That's a pika. That's the thing that we saw. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them in here. Let's go explore for a minute. Oh, I see him running around. There's one up there in the greenery. There should be one right. Yeah. There he is, right there. See him? I never realized it, but one time I was hiking, and I think it was with my mom. And one of those was right off the side of the trail looking at us. It's a real social little guy. Oh, they must have all kinds of tunnels in these rocks. He's probably over there by now. Wow, this looks like most rocks I've ever seen in my life. Okay, bye you guys. Yeah, look at those little holes they got. This is their grand palace. Pika condominiums, little holes to go escape in. Little burrows to get inside if the predators are coming. They do the same thing that marmots do, that when they see a predator, they start squeaking, they let them know. Right now they don't seem to be too worried about me because they can do a much more higher pitched squeal than that. Feels like it's starting to get a little warmer, which would be nice. If we're going down, that's all that can happen from here. So and a lot of these guys with horses and stuff, they seem to have axes and stuff that they bring with them. So sometimes you can find chopped wood, like we did earlier. Is that a stream or a trail? Looks like a stream. It's the way the logs are set up, so I'm not gonna look at that. Besides, our four-legged friend and his companion went this way. I wanted to keep the camera on for a second because this is not only a beautifully pristine spot, ripped right out of my fantasy books, but it looks like we're getting some to see where we're going. And it's looking like we're gonna continue downhill, which definitely makes me happy. The other thing that makes me happy is it doesn't look like it rained over here today, or if it did, it's already dried up by now. Because the wood isn't all messed up. That's what I was hoping we didn't encounter. Wet wood and no fire. That would suck. So. Alright, I just got my second wind in me. I had some from that snack, I think, so Feeling like $1,000,000 right now, ready to go find some more pikas. Maybe see a bear. Finally get to this campsite. Maybe meet this guy and his four-legged friend. So, yeah. Ah, I love it, and I love hearing that squeak. And those guys are keeping me company right now. Well, I decided to go ahead and head down towards the lake, out of the mountains. And before you go, oh, you a weenie! When I looked at the map, the next campsite, if I'd gone the other way, which I really want to do, and I still might, and I'll tell you why in a second, is that it's Star Lake. And Star Lake was at like 7,300 foot elevation. Cold, like, I mean, it's right on the top of a peak. And it's not in any trees either, so I would probably have to find a rock or something up there to stay warm by, and probably wouldn't be any firewood whatsoever. So doesn't really mesh well with, like, you know, being up high and wanting to have a giant bonfire tonight. And I don't mean necessarily giant bonfire, but I mean still, I really need to be warm up here. The highs, I mean, it didn't get out of like 50 degrees today. So that means the lows are gonna be in the 30s somewhere, real bad. And my gear's just not meant for it. There's something I'm missing in my arsenal of tools here. Maybe it's a sleeping bag liner. Maybe it's another insulation for under my pad. I don't know. Man, I could camp under that rock right up there. Oh, that would be so cool. I'm tempted to. There's just no firewood up here, and it's gonna be cold as shit. I don't want to leave. That looked like it would be nice and warm up there. I don't know. We're gonna still keep going. Wow, look what stuff used to look like before we came in and fucked it all up. Oh, oh, oh. Well, we're not even about a mile away from the sign that we passed, where we were making a choice either to continue on the crazy trail or go down to the lake where it's going to be a little bit warmer. And it looks like we found a campsite already, full of poop. There's poop everywhere, man. These guys and their horses just shit everywhere. I've never seen so much shit in my life. So the decision, I guess, would be to stay here and then continue up tomorrow morning up along Star Lake and get an early rise. And it's a perfect fucking spot for the tent. Oh my god. Ah, I want to stay. I'm right by water. I feel good. I feel that I made the right decision. I just love being able to hang out in this amazing space like this. I keep coming over here to like look at this. I got some firewood, and I'm just headed over to the creek right now to fill it up. And I'm just strolling, literally just strolling. It is so cool. Weird. That water must go underneath of us. Would that mean there's like a hole there? That it just goes down? Yeah, holy shit. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It goes right under here. Pretty crazy. Yeah, my campsite's pretty good. I don't think I want to move. Gosh, this is so cool. Oh, lots of good sunlight left. I was really hoping to do some exploring. I wonder if there's fish in this. They keep showing up in places I don't expect them to. Nothing big though. Nothing edible, I don't think. I don't see anything moving. Kind of figured out how you can kind of spot them. If you look hard enough, you can actually see them. Well, it would have been pretty cool to do some fishing tonight. Can't win them all. Actually, that pool is so good right there. I think I'd fill this whole bag up in one fell swoop. One fell swoop. Okay. Well. Whoa. Yeah. Water. A little dirty, but it's okay. These are also my funnest moments to record. I just think it's fun being at camp. Just like hanging out up here. Well, oh well, no fish. Not once have I heard that. And the thing that I don't get, when I smelled that horse poop, I know that guy heard me. I mean, if I could still smell the poop, I'm pretty sure you're still hearing that echo. Wish I had unlimited energy and just could walk around up in there and explore. Oh well. Oh, that face right there is just spectacular. It just looks cold. I wonder if that's off a little tiny bird on these really cool blue tiny feathers. cold. It's definitely cold. I'd say it's almost as cold as it was last night in the dark. So yes, it's going to be a long night. Still haven't done any unpacking. I just made sure that I got as much firewood as I could. Not necessarily going to use all of it. I'll probably end up leaving some of it behind, but if I need to use this tonight, I definitely will. This time I made my fire pit a little longer. That way I could take some of these bigger logs that I just can't seem to cut and burn those too for some extra fuel. And also, if it gets really bad, I can come over here and start breaking these things down and throwing them in there. Problem is the wind. I was trying to start just a little tiny fire just to see how the brush and stuff is, and my turbo lighter's dead, which sucks, and that was almost a necessity for being up here. So I got to figure out some way to use my normal Bic lighter, because that's all I've got left. Did not take the flint and steel either. I'm literally down to just a Bic lighter and like 8 matches. And the wind is so powerful up here, the matches are worthless, and the Bic is just gets blown out immediately. Even with a windproof barrier, it still gives me problems. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's going to be fun. I also picked a bunch of these and kicked a lot of the stupid horse, alpaca, whatever it is, shit out. You know, I don't understand why those guys don't just kick it out before they leave. I mean, seriously, if you're a horse owner, come on. You know, dog owners have to pick up their shit. I'm not asking you to pick it up, but just kick it out of the way so some other dude doesn't have to deal with it at the campsite. I think it's just proper. Picked a bunch of whatever those things are, laid them down here. Probably not going to do a whole lot. I need to get a little bit more down there. And then I'm going to pick some even more. This is to give a base layer of insulation down so it's not me on the direct ground. It will help. Just probably won't do a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. And I think what I'm going to do is go through and pick some more of those and might use those to stack up alongside the tent for just more insulation, because it's very, very windy here. So wish me luck. That sucks. It's already like 45 degrees. It's going to be fucking cold tonight. Not happy. Well, there's the ground cover staked out with the leaves under it. Hopefully that keeps me a little warmer. That ought to do it. I had the great idea to kind of line all but this part right here was where I get inside of the tent. And there's the wind is coming this way. So I'm hoping that, and already it's done its job. The wind was picking up and, you know, kind of flapping that around a little bit. The second I put those there, it stopped. And I'm hoping also it keeps some of that warm air inside. And then I'll just make sure I have one vent open at the top up there, which is kind of, I think it's kind of cool. Just a little Velcro vent. And then there's a zipper that unzips through there. So I think that might be a good idea to go ahead and do that. And then one more extra precaution was that I took my poncho out and I put that over the top of me. So hopefully that will be enough. If not, oh well, we're in for a long night. Really like this tent so far. I think I'll definitely maybe look at more Eureka products. Pretty happy about that. So wood pile didn't really grow any bigger, maybe got a little bigger, and I found this sweet ass log that hopefully will provide some ample fire throughout the night. If I can get that thing burned through the middle and flip those two sides in, oh boy, that'll be good stuff. And then there's my hodgepodge of a mess down there. I need to start over, and I don't think I'm giving it enough room to breathe. This is actually the only time I've ever had a problem getting that going. And a lot of it's due to the wind. Whatever I get going is just kind of blowing out before I do it. So, well, sun's gonna go down a little bit. It's still about 45 degrees out. Hoping that really helps there. I'll have to go get some food in me just because I'm starving, and there's no way I can wait till tonight to eat. I think we'll walk back up to that rock in about 30 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less, and watch the sunset. Never watched the sun actually go down up here, so we'll check that out in a little bit. Pretty happy with this Insignia battery, cheap battery pack, huge, and it's charged my Sony batteries like 5 times now, and I haven't even lost a single bar off of this thing out of 4. So tonight I might enjoy an audiobook. That would be awesome. I'd really like to hear another human's voice, and I'd been kind of avoiding using any battery power. I've still got like 65% left on my phone, which is more than enough. Basically, I just wouldn't use that, like, if it got down to like 1, then I would save that 1 left for the phone, and that would even charge the phone probably twice. So, yes! Dean Koontz, Odd Thomas Book 2 tonight. Yes! A worst possible choice, too, to listen out in the woods. A horror novel, kind of. Alright, so, yeah, a little bit of time left before we go to the sunset. We're gonna go take some of that whiskey with us. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah. Alright, feeling good. Feeling good. I got everything set up. That makes me happy. This makes me happy, and I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be effective. So, already broken in the tent. Got a little... Remember last night we were too close? Yep, we were too close. Burnt there, and there. Learning lesson. Glad it's only a $140 tent. We're here, waiting for the sun. Looks like in about 2 minutes maybe, it might go down. Got that whiskey, I've been drinking too much of it. Don't have enough left. Not happy about that. Oh, it is gorgeous out here. Oh, I needed that. So good. It's been such a long, stressful day. Mostly because I was just cold all day and just couldn't get comfortable and kept my thermals on all day. And never took them off once. Thank God for these snake gators. Not only have they kept my legs free of bush and stuff, kept me warm. There he goes. If you look right at it, it almost turns the clouds in front of it purple. Haven't heard a thing but the marmots. Haven't seen any animals, no bears. Looks like the kind of place you'd see a bear, though. It's a shame more people can't do this. It'd be interesting to see in like 15, 20 years. I'm pretty sure we'll have some type of supports for our legs. Our parents are screwed, but our generation is okay. We'll be getting into these mountains when we're in our 70s with, like, you know, just... You've seen that stuff that the military uses. They put on those machines and they can pick up all kinds of weight. I could easily see that just getting slimmed down just for people that don't have the strength that they used to and still want to get up a mountain or something, and it can help them. There's no way that's not going to happen. Definitely stared at the sun too long and I gave myself a little purple spot. Oops. Feeling pretty good about tonight. I think those leaves on the tent will help. Either way, we won't die. And apparently that trail's not closed because I haven't seen that guy coming back. And I thought they said that it was closed about 2 miles down, so... This is so awesome. Easily one of the coolest experiences of my life. So quiet. There she goes. And it's gone. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. I want another sip. We're gonna save some of that for later. Willpower, you know? Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what they say. Whoa. Feeling it already. Well, cool. Before I head back, look how that sunset is just illuminating that side of the mountain. Earlier today it was dark and had some whitish tints to it. Now it's amberish with some brownish tints. I don't know, just looks cool. I'm in heaven right now. It's so warm, so nice. This is the warmest I've been all day, even in the sun. I'm warmer right now than when I was in the sun. So this big log's catching on perfect, so it's gonna melt through the middle, burn through the middle, and then I'll just be able to flip these two ends and burn this for the next 4 hours. It's about 7:45, 8 o'clock. Sun is almost down. It was cold enough, I just couldn't wait as long as last night. You can see the moon back there. Definitely need a little more gear though. I think I could go for a little bit better of a sleeping bag. I already know the one that I'm gonna get. I'm gonna upgrade to a 0-degree bag for sure. For sure. Like no debate. Oh, there's the moon. Tent's gonna stay the same. 0-degree bag. Man, that's probably the only difference. 0-degree bag. I'm just gonna get a better, different sleeping bag. I don't know though. I love my bag. I just love that quilt that's over it. So maybe I'll just get a liner and that will turn it into a 0-degree bag. I'll have to do the math on that. Because they say it adds 10 degrees, so mine's around like a 15 or 20. Yeah, right. So maybe the liner will be the best idea. Well, cool. I'm gonna hang out for a bit more, just enjoying this fire. Probably won't eat till about 9 o'clock. I want to kind of eat late. So far, so good. This is very good. It's still not fully dark. The wind finally just stopped. Up here I noticed that when it comes through, certain bushes or trees just make a really weird noise. And it sounds like people talking or howling, or not really like a woof though, just a real, I can't even imitate it, a real deep whistle. It's real weird, gotta say. There's that creepy sound. The fuck was that? I think there's a wind, but it sounded like barking. Oh man, that's trippy. Well, I'm hoping I insulated that tent well with those stupid leaves. It's very warm by the fire, very warm. I mean, I guess there's a lot of wood left. I've been saving a lot of the best stuff. I've used half of it though. And I don't even know if it's 10 o'clock. I just got done having my ramen and salmon. That point we stayed at on the second night is where the trip report that I was following stayed at on the first night. So I'm impressed that people were able to make it up that hill, all that stuff, to that cabin with the little weird rat we found in the pika that was in the rafters. I'm just impressed that they were able to make it from the lake to there in one day. But what's probably going to happen is we're going to probably hike all the way out of the mountain. Excuse me, I've had whiskey and I'm hiccuping. We're going to hike all the way down to the bottom, which is going to be fun. And we're going to get to the bottom of the lake, and then we're going to hike 17 miles up into Stehekin. Love it out here. Still love the cold. Now that the wind has stopped though, it's a lot better. It was kind of windy for a while. Now that was getting unbearable. And I swear to whatever God you believe in, I'm sitting here, what am I doing? I'm right here, and the wind is really bad, and I hung my washcloth over there on this, where my water is. I hung it right there, right? That's where I put it. It's moved now, but so the wind picks up and I see this kind of like object go over to there. And I thought it was the washcloth, so I came over there and looked around. And nope, wasn't the washcloth. Washcloth, it was on the ground. So then I got tripped out. I have an overactive imagination. Anyways, I made this portion long enough. We're gonna burn some more wood. Stay warm. The longer I can stay warm here, the longer I can fight it off in there. So I'm gonna shoot for 6 hours of sleep, or however long this wood will allow me to stay up. So basically we are probably gonna burn it all just to stay warm every hour that we can to offset that oncoming cold. I don't know if you can see, I hope this camera can pick up some of the moonlight. It is just really cool. Moon's framed over there. These trees though, they make the weirdest noises when they're moving around. Groans, moans. I've learned to control my imagination. Alright,